when I had the quesadilla there, it was literally the best thing I've ever tasted.
What was in it?
I don't know.
Queso?
Welcome back to another episode of City Refs, the unofficial officials. I'm your boy Mondo, and we have over here 2 Chainz, Mr. Danny Cal.
Yes, sir. How's it going, brother?
Man, it's going.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
A whole week, I think.
Where'd you get those chains, man?
There's this gentleman we met out there at the stadium.
Mr. Darius?
Mr. Darius. I think he has an Instagram page. If you guys are interested in buying one of these, hit him up. I think $30, 35,
yeah, $30.
Like yeah, so get yours while they last. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what do we got on tap today?
Yeah, well, first, man, welcome back from Disney.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, welcome back from Texas.
yeah.
No, man, Disney, Florida, it was so hot. I mean, unbelievably hot, but Disney was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, people were asking, where's Danny Cal?
That's what you told me. I don't believe it, but I'm still here. You know, Florida... There was actually an Orlando game while we were down there. We were trying to make it, but unfortunately, it just wasn't a part of the schedule this time. So maybe next time.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah. What do you want to know about Disney? I kind of became a professional. If you guys need any tips, let me know.
yeah. And No Go Patrol. He's going soon. So he said he has some tips too. But yeah, this episode, we wanted to get into Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
So
that looked pretty awesome. I did catch the game. On my phone.
You watched it? Yeah. I mean...
Well, some of it. Not all of it, obviously, but...
Yeah, so, the last 2 weeks, we had Cameron, Melvi. We were kind of leading up to this episode because, both of them travel with me each year.
Right.
And, we love traveling. And ever since we started this podcast, I'm like, this would be great to actually, compare, see, what they're doing, their supporter groups, their chants, the atmosphere, and how St. Louis is. So I went down there, with that purpose.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we were kind of talking about. We've hit on in other episodes, but this is fresh. So you're going to be able to, give us an updated
exactly.
perspective.
Yeah, we have a bunch of content to share. And just know heart's still with St. Louis, but I did have a great trip. And I just wanted to point out too, man, when we first started those MLS trips, there was only 20 teams in the league. Now there's 29.
Yeah. And is that counting San Jose or no? San Diego?
No. I'm talking about right now in the league.
Well, I mean,
they've
already got their ticket per se.
Yeah.
They haven't started playing.
Yeah,
but
I mean, already played their first match. I know. We'll be up to 30.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, I know. So, and I just wanted to, remind people, when opposing fans come to our stadium, be welcoming, right? And which we have been,
absolutely.
I applaud St. Louis fans for doing a great job of doing that,
Yeah.
Because we've seen that. Oh,
yeah. With Vancouver, they had quite a good following come to St. Louis, and it seemed like everybody treated them very well. They even attended the pregame over at Schlafly.
Yep.
I've seen a bunch of posts about that. Everybody treated them nice. And then Mr. Vancouver ended up hanging out with us that night.
Yeah. I mean, that was great. Because, when I went there, I was wearing a referee, outfit. So, I wasn't wearing city gear. And you'll see how Cameron, Jared, and Melvi dressed in a minute here. But
oh, yeah. I haven't seen that.
But let's just jump right in. So, we stayed downtown, and there was a train that took you up by the stadium. And, man, it was much nicer than the Metro.
Really?
Yeah, here's a quick pic here. They have tables, seats.
What is it, in the middle of the street? Was it like a cable car? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just hopped on, man. And what's funny is there was a lady walking around. She's like, let me see your tickets. And I was like, to the game? I know, man, for the bus. She's going to kick me out.
Wow, so they put on the whole outfit, huh?
Yeah, they were wearing the Austin shirts, but we're in the supporter section.
Yeah, so you kind of have to.
You have to wear their colors or you'll get out. And we'll get to a point there because I was wearing the referee outfit. So.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was nice. So we get off the train, and you have to walk like a block or two down to this brewery. It's similar to Schlafly, but it was very open concept. So, the garage doors.
Oh, yeah.
They had them wide open, and, I mean, the lines for beer were long.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, was that close to the stadium or?
I mean, when we'll get to the march in a second because we marched from there all the way to the stadium. It seemed like forever, like a few blocks away.
Okay. Yeah, because with our supporter group, when you march, I mean, it's...
Yeah, they're like, right, and then they go around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of have to go out of the way to make it longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's so close.
Yeah, this one was, a decent walk. But, I mean, the brewery was nice. We didn't get any of the beer in there, but, like, right outside, they had a stand with Mexican lager. And there was,
nice.
like, no one in that line. So we got to go up and get brewskis, and easy as that.
Mexican lager. I don't know if I've ever had that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a Corona, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it was good. They had food trucks like all around, just like, we do here. And dude, when I had the quesadilla there, it was literally the best thing I've ever tasted.
What was in it?
I don't know.
Queso?
Yeah, cheese and...
You must have just been hungry, man.
Yeah, or a
it's kind
salad.
of hard to mess up a quesadilla.
I know, but man, it was good. It was different. And I didn't even order the quesadilla. I think Cameron did. And I'm like, let me get a bite of that.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was legit.
Yeah, one of the things about Austin that I've experienced just from traveling there is that they have phenomenal food.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, I think it's the food truck capital of the world, if I'm correct. Yeah, Austin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Austin is definitely a foodie's dream because their food is phenomenal there.
Yeah, and like on another subject, like just walking around, like tons of tacos. I think Jared was like, dude, I can't eat another taco because we had so many.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, the Mexican influence in Austin and in Texas is,
And then me,
it's
I'm like,
deeply ingrained.
yeah,
So,
exactly. I was like, I'll keep eating tacos all day.
Yeah, so as a Mexican, it kind of works out for us.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's so comfortable. And like when I've gone there, I feel at home, and Austin is a beautiful city.
Yeah, and it was so clean. Not a single piece of trash on the road.
Yeah, no, it's a
besides-
beautiful city.
Besides
so.
Melvie.
Now let's get back to your experience.
Yeah. So we're walking around the pregame area. I'm getting heckled a little bit for being a referee.
Oh, yeah.
Just all in good fun though.
Yeah.
Like nothing too serious. I was giving out red cards. I'm like, hey, your team's gonna get some good calls today. Relax. So I mean, that was all fun. But I wanted to share a couple videos and pics of the pregame area. Like, look at this. And I think it was the last game, like a Pride Month.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, so people were celebrating like hard. Like, let's see. Like, look at this video. And they
Wow.
had, like, it was hot too.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's the thing about Texas.
yeah. So they had fans with like mist, and I was just standing right there, just getting soaked.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they had the flags going on, and this is just a quick picture. Like, look at that guy. Does that vest look familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Reminds me of
does.
the City Punks.
It does.
Yeah. So they had some vests going on. She had a green one there. Here's another video.
Do you know the name of their supporter group?
No, so that's the one thing. Like, after I left, I'm like, man, I should have got the names. I didn't know how many supporter groups they had.
They
or
got
if it
a
was just
Pringles
one.
flag.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was legit, man.
Man, they go all out.
Yeah.
No, that is one thing I've heard. I'm new to MLS. Prior to this season, I had never seen an Austin game. So the first game I ever watched was obviously our first match
On TV,
which happened to be against them. And I mean, even on TV, it translates. They have a phenomenal atmosphere there.
Yeah,
Or at least it seems that way.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah, we'll get into it because it was sick. But so now we're gonna get into the march of the stadium here a little bit. Like this guy.
Hey, that dude got a trombone.
Yeah, man, he was out there just.
See that? I think
getting
that's
it.
what we're lacking in St. Louis is we don't have any brass.
Yeah, man, we
We need
it.
some trumpets. We need some trombones.
Yeah, and
Heck, I'll go and play the cymbal or
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
triangle thing.
hey, and don't get us wrong, Florida Noise, they're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what they got.
Exactly, but I can't
it
say
would be
much because
kinda
I can't
cool.
play an instrument.
No, I couldn't play.
But please, someone volunteer.
maybe some air guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then look at this pic I got of this dude,
Stitch.
because they had the smoke, the green
Are
smoke.
they allowed to bring it inside?
No, this was just marching on the road.
Okay. Because I was going to say, dude, I mean, I get the whole trying to be safe thing, but it would be cool to be able to fill up the stadium with smoke like that.
Yo, I know,
Support a
man.
Crowd like you see in South America. They got fireworks and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff going off. That'd be sick.
Exactly. Well, so when I get close to the stadium, someone else pulls that to let the smoke out. It got on my
Yeah.
arm and burned me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a firework.
Yeah, you got to be
So-
careful. Yeah, so this dude Stitch, man, that was an epic pic I had to share.
Stitch.
Here's another video of us just like walking. And look, there's so many people there. That's just the front of the line. There were so many people behind us.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane. Like everybody was vibing out.
That's awesome.
But what's crazy, so we're marching. I mean, they're like, we're going over train tracks. We're like, just marching to the stadium, and they're blocking traffic. They blocked the one road for us, like at STL. I say us, we haven't marched yet, but but for them, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just so cool to see. But right when we got to the stadium, everyone just like went their own ways, and we're like, whoa, where do we go?
Really?
Yeah.
So no, they don't just like all march to the supporter group?
No, like everyone just took off. Yeah.
Just fans that are just coming to sit anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was a few people with the instruments that were like continuing to walk, but the music stopped, the chanting stopped, everything stopped.
Interesting.
So then, we just followed them. We're like, I guess we'll just go with them, So that was just very confusing because I didn't know what to do. So we walk around with them. We get in very easy, and we get to our seats very similar to where we stand here at the STL games. Like
okay, so you
left
guys
side
are down
of the goal,
by the pitch?
right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and another thing I noticed too in the supporter section, like everyone had like 3x5 flags. You know how we have those large ones?
Yeah.
They didn't have a single large flag.
Huh. I mean, the big flags look amazing, especially like, on the broadcast.
Yeah. I like
But they do take a little bit away from the experience if they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining, obviously. I love it. When we sit there, we already know, we would choose somewhere else if we didn't like it. So,
Yeah.
But you're right. Now that I'm trying to think about when I watched the match, I didn't see that, but there was a lot of flags.
Yeah, yeah.
A ton of flags.
Yeah, they were everywhere. So we get down there, we start, chatting with people, just doing our thing, having fun.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden this guy comes up to me and it's like, you can't wear that in this supporter section. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the yellow shirt. He said, you can't wear that in here. I'm like, are you serious, man? I'm a referee. So I gave him a red card. It didn't work. He was very adamant about it. So they gave me this black shirt to wear over my jersey.
Oh, you look so happy in that photo.
I was pissed, dude. I'm like, come on, man.
Who was he? Was he a part of the supporter group?
Yeah, I don't. He was like down there.
Kind of
like a Caleb.
Okay.
Yeah, but Caleb's much nicer. So yeah, and then
I gotcha.
This was my way of getting around it. Rolled up the sleeves, put the yellow out, and then as the night went on, like I had Cameron and Jared just rip the sleeves right off.
I was gonna say, whenever you sent me a snap, I seen that you were sleeveless.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, well, the guy told me, he's like, hey, once 90 minutes hit, like you can get rid of the black shirt.
Oh, okay.
But that was my way of getting around it.
Nice. So they just got black shirts to give out?
Yeah, I guess so. So I wonder if STL has, similar shirts, or do they just kick people out?
I mean, unless you're wearing the other team's color, I don't think STL's really cared.
Yeah.
I've seen all kinds of colors.
And that's what I was thinking
I've seen
too.
blue.
Yeah, because we wear, the yellow referee, but yellow is part of the color scheme.
You think maybe that's why? Have we wore a different color?
No, we haven't.
Interesting.
And I don't want to test it out.
No.
Yeah, so we'll see. And then another thing I noticed, so this guy starts walking by, and I'm like, is that Santos in Austin? Look at this dude.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
they have their own version.
Yeah, so like the vest with City Punks, very similar. Has this, very similar.
Yeah, a lot of similarities. And I've heard that about the MLS and pretty much everywhere. It's like with the chants,
Right.
which we'll get into.
Yeah. Which I was surprised about that. But have you heard of the Texas Cup?
I have. And like I said, this is all stuff I've learned about, recently.
Right.
So I don't know the history behind it. I just know that it exists.
Yeah, well, this is fairly new. Copa Tejas, I think that's how you say it.
That one I had not heard about.
So that's like the Texas Cup. That's what they call it. So what it is like Houston, Dallas, Austin. They all play their regular games, and at the end of the season, whoever has the most points between the three gets awarded the trophy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was a huge rivalry game because they were playing Houston.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and then guess what? I got a picture with the trophy.
How did you even finagle that?
I don't know. He was walking by. I was like, hey, man, that's dope. Can I get a pic with it? And he's like, yeah.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah. That was before I put on the black shirt. So
Cameron looks so excited.
yeah, Cameron's like, what's going on?
It looks like he was a few beers deep by then.
We all were, man. We all were. But I mean, I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is awesome.
Yeah, if I would have said I was a City fan, they'd have been like, nah, you ain't.
We need to come up with something like that for Kansas City, or I don't know. I kind of think like our rivals, Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're trying to manufacture this Kansas City rivalry thing.
Yeah. Well, with me, I'm like, everyone's a rival. I want to beat everybody. So
I think if they're like within 4 hours drive distance, they're our rivals.
Nashville.
So Nashville, for sure.
Nashville, Kansas,
they kicked
Chicago.
our butt. But we didn't have a full crew, so.
Yeah. But I mean, I think this, because they're all
like
in
that
the
would be
same
cool. Like the
state.
Midwest Cup or something.
Yeah. Just add
That'd be
another
sick.
thing. That would be cool. Let's start the City Ref Cup.
City Ref Cup.
That'd be sick. That would be
Heck
cool,
yeah.
man. St. Louis is already whooping them, so they would get awarded right away.
We win. At least we win a cup.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we still might, man. I think we can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that was fun. But I wanted to get into the stadium setup too, and I'll show a picture here.
Yeah. What's the name of the stadium?
I don't even know. I should have looked that up.
Okay.
But
It's all good.
like, look how green it is, man.
I think it's Q2 or something like that.
Yeah, we'll look it up. Here, we'll look it up and put it on the screen.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So the supporter section is different, but I do want to show this. Like, look at all the green smoke and the green lights. This is a video. Look at this, man.
See, that's what I imagine whenever they do like the red and stuff. Or, because I've seen like they also do this whenever they score a goal.
Right.
You know, the whole stadium goes green or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that would be sick for a
And
city.
I need to pay attention because, above, do they have the city red lights up above, or is it just on the sides?
I think it's just the
On the sides,
yeah,
right? We'll
like
pay attention.
the jumbotron
here at
or
the
like the
next
little
game.
LEDs.
Yeah, we'll look at the next game because this just changed the whole vibe of the stadium.
But I think they have the capabilities to do all this stuff.
Yeah, so we'll check it out next game.
But-
We'll pay more attention. So that stadium was pretty cool. The supporter section, you know how like we have separate, above and then
Yeah. Different sections, yeah.
theirs is just one whole entire section of supporter section.
From the bottom to the top.
Yep, all the way to the top. And man, if you had to go to the bathroom or get a beer, you were tired by the time you got back because you had to go
Dang.
all the way up the stairs and then back down the stairs to get your beer.
Wow.
And then you had to go all the way up and then back down again.
Oh, you know why? Because city is actually built down into the ground.
Right.
You can't see it from street level, but the pitch actually sits, I think, like 20 feet below grade.
Yeah, but
So
still,
that's why they were able to do that. To where
Yeah.
everything else is in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why.
you're walking up and out, and then you have the section above you.
Right. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, that makes complete sense. But I was tired, man.
Yeah, so otherwise, yeah, you'd have to walk the whole full length of the.
Yeah, and I'll give
The stairs.
I'll give a special shout out to Jared on this because that dude got like all of our beers.
Nice.
I didn't move. Like I moved once the whole time. Jared just got the beers the whole time. So thanks, brother.
There you go.
But that was fun. Another good thing we wanted to talk about was we were a part of the TIFO. And here, I'll play this while
I
we're
think
chatting.
I missed the TIFO part.
Yeah, so they had fireworks going, and instead of going like over us like we did that inaugural match, the
Yeah.
home opener, like they went
already
straight up.
Okay, so they already have it set up. Now, one of the guys from the supporter group that I talked to said this will be a part of City also.
Okay.
They're just not there yet.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
eventually we'll be able to raise our TIFOs
Yeah. Okay.
instead of rolling them out.
I mean, look at everybody there. I mean, you can kind of see how the supporter sections just go straight up to the screen.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, because I was
I mean,
wondering.
it looks steep on both sides too.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one thing that's kind of different from our stadium. Our ownership group focused a lot on the premium seating, which takes out a lot. Like that section that we're looking at, basically the sidelines, they're both complete. It's just grandstands on both sides. To
Yeah.
where with ours, it's only on one side. On the opposite side, you have all the premium suites and seating. And then on the far side on the south side of the stadium, you have the Ultra Club.
Yep.
So then that's why we don't have,
Yeah, and I didn't really pay attention to like the all-inclusive seats or what they had there, but I know like when you're in the concourse here, at least on the ends, it seemed very enclosed. There's a picture I'll show later on, like so you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But anywhere in STL Stadium, it just feels open.
Yeah, it feels like you're out in, like almost like there's nothing above you.
Right,
but
like
there
you're
is.
just outside. Yeah, and we'll get to it in a minute. But here's a picture of like the whole TIFO from the side, and we're just there on the right, on the bottom there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to be a part of. But moving on, getting to the chants. So I know you saw this. So I posted a chant idea on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
It got shot down quick because I had the F word in it.
Yeah, but one of the
chants already.
One of the chants already has it.
Right. And then, of course, they're like, what? There is? I'm like, come on.
Yeah. It's like, huh.
But what was epic about this, right when Houston walks into the stadium, everyone just they had this chant, like I won't say it because I don't remember it, but it was just like, like F Dallas, F whatever, F Houston. Like they were saying it, but the chant sounded so good. Like it just hyped me up. And just imagine like the whole team's walking in and everyone's just trashing you.
Yeah. I mean, I get trying to be PG because there are a lot of kids that attend these games, but especially rivalry matches like that.
Yeah, it gets intense.
It kind of sets the mood.
Yeah, exactly. And so it wasn't just the supporter section. Like I was looking around, like paying attention. The whole stadium was in on this. Like they must hate Houston, man. Which I kind of do too after that last game. They played STL.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you remember number 7?
They're
one who
on
got
the short list for sure.
The red card that got called back.
Yeah.
So he was walking by, him and another guy, and I'm sitting there just giving him a red. And his buddy's like nudging him, like, look. And he's like, nope. That's awesome. I was coming for him, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was giving red cards to everybody. So, I mean, that was awesome. And, probably one of my favorite parts, they had dedicated people passing out cups of water so you could throw it during chants or throwing during goals.
That's pretty awesome.
That was awesome because, as we know, we can't do beer showers anymore.
And we both noticed that goal celebrations do not feel the same without seeing all the water and the smoke and everything.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
whole atmosphere feels dead after goals, if I'm honest.
Yeah, so that was definitely...
I think the water stuff, maybe that's something we need to look at because it definitely makes it better.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that would be awesome if people were there, passing out some water to throw.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than beer.
Yeah, exactly. And excuse me. So it was just awesome because they were like passing me cups of water, like me specifically, so I could throw.
Nice.
Yeah, I should have I don't know if I have one recorded because that would have been awesome. But I'm sitting there about to throw it. I had my buddy record it, and all of a sudden they're like, "It's not time." I'm sitting there for like a minute holding this water, and then I was like, "Jared, be careful, you're about to get soaked." And then I just throw it, and it just drops right on him.
Nice.
Oh man, so that was fun. And I did want to say it didn't seem like they repeated any chants. Like the whole game, It was like a different chant. But their chants were very long.
Yep.
Very long.
So they've already been in the league for a couple of years.
Right.
We're still early on into the whole MLS experience. So I'm pretty sure we're going to come up with some.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
And, fix some of the ones we have already.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And the point of this is just showing what a different MLS stadium's doing, where we're at. And I think we're miles ahead in some things, and then there's some things we could definitely improve on.
Yeah. And I mean, even on the pitch, some of the other teams who've come to play at St. Louis have said, they already don't like coming here because of our atmosphere. So,
dude, I will give this, St. Louis some credit here because we heckle and we stand our ground, man. Like when we were in Austin, I didn't really hear much heckling. They were just, doing their chants, doing that. Me and you were down there and everyone around us were like, get out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's gotten to the point where, a couple of times I'm like, whoa, that's a bit too much.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, that's all part of the game.
Yeah,
that's all part of the game. And I will have to say, I got to eat my words on this one because the last episode I said, no one in the MLS has the La Bamba chant.
Wrong.
Went to Austin. They didn't play it, while I was at the game, but I looked up their set list afterwards because I liked some of their chants, and it's on there. They have a chant.
To La Bamba.
Dude, I mean, if they would have played that while I was there, I would have went nuts.
Yeah.
But, that's crazy. I say no one has it, and then the first one I go to, they have it.
Going back to that, a lot of the chants, that they have are inspired by European clubs and then every single MLS club basically just takes, those melodies and then does their own chants. So
right.
So we could still do a La Bamba one. You're just gonna have to get creative and make it better than theirs.
Yep, exactly. That's what we're gonna have to do. And another fun thing is I passed out some City Ref cards to our whole little area.
Hey,
look at this.
That looks dope,
dude.
Oh, it looks like they were loving it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Heck yeah.
So that was fun. I mean, the overall game and atmosphere was just great. I mean, we had a blast. They won 3-0, and I don't know if it was because it was Houston and that's their rivalry game. But man, I had the chills a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good time. And then, and you know me, I like to talk. So like after the game, there was a couple players that were there, and I was like, hey, you know, I was giving them a red card. I'm like, hey, come on over, sign some stuff. And a backup goalkeeper came over, signed a card for me. One of their midfielders came over.
I almost thought that was Nico.
Yeah,
it kind of looked like Nico for a second.
Yeah. So he came over. They signed some cards, and you know I'm not going to keep them. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give them away to some fans.
Oh, that was nice.
I gave her one. They're cool. Oh, and you see the armband I have there?
What is with that armband?
Yeah. So I didn't want to wear the black shirt, and we'll get to a picture here in a minute of the guy who gave it to me. He goes, "Hey man, have this."
No, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I put it on, hoping I didn't have to wear the black shirt. But he's like, "Nah, you still got to wear it."
Wow.
Yeah, that's
all right. So they get an L for that.
Right. Yep. Red card for that one. And then here was the second fan that I gave the other.
Oh, that's awesome.
Card to.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Made their day.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wanted to say, you know, thank you to all the, you know, Austin fans that like treated us, you know, fairly, didn't give us any, you know, crap for being STL fans. Because we did tell them, we're like, hey, we're City fans. We're just here for the game. And I just wanted to report on the fan experience. When I said that too, it kind of made it easier.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll get here. Like the guy right here on the left, he's the one who gave me the armband.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then both of them were great. And this lady, I got to look up her name. We'll post her Insta on here or whatever, but she was leading a lot of the chants, and she killed it, man. She was up there getting it. So she was great. That's after we got our quesadillas and tacos at the end of the game.
Yeah, you look happy there. So
yeah. Finally got some food. There's Monty and his buddy. They were awesome too. And he goes, once he found out we're from, you know, St. Louis area, he's like, "Do you know where Belleville is?" Like, yeah, man. Like, you can see he's wearing a Cardinals hat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can do that with the City brand, you know, where you go around and you just run into people wearing City gear. So
another thing, before I move on, so I noticed, like, obviously we saw, like, you know, something similar to City Punk, something similar to Santos. Like, I didn't see anyone else dressed like a referee besides the actual referees. And there was not a single person that I saw holding up yellows or anything like that. So,
okay. So maybe we start something there.
Yeah, maybe that's unique. So I gave a bunch of cards away, and I'm like, hey, start bringing them to the games. And they're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then, like, this is me after when we walked out. I mean, that's just like Houston fans, Austin fans, me. Like, you know, we're all just getting along, having a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. I think that's all the pictures at least. But I mean, overall, man, it was such a great experience. And I hope that, you know, both of us can travel either later this season or
we're going to have
to
get to one, at least one this season, you know, just to get going.
Yeah.
Because
it's just a different
I definitely want
experience.
to see, at the very least, try to make either the Nashville one, if we play Nashville again, or Kansas City.
Right. Yeah, Kansas City is coming up.
Although Chicago, too.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we play them again.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, there's two things, right? There's going to an away game where St. Louis is there. You're not going to be in the supporter section. You're going to be in the, you know, the STL one, which will be different experience, which we definitely want to do.
Right.
And then there's just, like, experiencing from their perspective.
Right.
And which is still awesome to see.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do one of each. But I think we'll end this episode right here. And remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Share with your friends. And remember, if you guys want to pick up one of these chains, follow Darius on Instagram. We'll put the link down in the description below. Any closing words?
Yeah, man. Go check out the chains.